Hello everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sam.
How much do you know about animals?
Well, a lot more than I used to.
Exactly, that's right. More than I did yesterday. That's right, we've learned a bunch of cool stuff about animals. So far, looking back at the 5 facts we got the answers to yesterday, are there any of them that kind of stuck in your mind a little bit when you went home yesterday? You're still thinking about that octopus and his crazy 9 brains.
The 9 brains, that one was really crazy.
I mean, that's kind of nuts, right?
Yeah, but I have to say, the one that's still really sticking with me is actually the one about... No, that one I did know was false. I did figure that out. But it's the bears one.
Oh, hibernation.
Yeah, I'm just so surprised that our teachers didn't just teach us about torpor instead of hibernation, because I didn't even know the word hibernate at that time. Then just teach me the other correct word. Would have been fine.
When I was 8 years old, I remember in the winter I used to go into where the bear was sleeping, and I used to play in there and practice my drums.
Oh, because you thought it was safe.
Because I thought he wouldn't wake up. I was in great danger, thanks to science.
Yeah.
Well, actually, maybe not, but maybe it was just one of those facts that they tell kids, because telling them the real truth about hibernation and other, it's complicated. But you're right, it is kind of weird to grow up knowing, oh yeah, bears hibernate all winter long, and then find out many years later, yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I feel a little bit lied to.
At
least in high school biology, they could have told us, by the way, it's not actually a hibernation.
But did you take bear science in high school?
No.
There's your problem. That's what you should have done. Bear 101 in university. That's when you learn all the truth. Well, we're going to give you more truth today. None of it's about bears as far as I remember, but we're going to have some other great facts with the answers to our true or false questions from day 1, because now it's day 3. So it's time to wrap things up with more facts.
6. Touching a baby bird causes its mother to abandon it. False. A mother bird often won't even notice when a human has touched her young. 7. A goldfish's memory lasts for only 3 seconds. False. Goldfish can remember for a lot longer than 3 seconds, as evidenced by the fact that some can remember when feeding time is. 8. Squirrels and mice can't vomit. True. Squirrels, mice, rats, and other rodents are incapable of throwing up. This is one of the reasons why rat poison works so effectively, since rats can't vomit to get the poison out of their systems.
Okay, so we're back. How much do you know about animals? Part 3. So that means we're halfway through our list. Remember, we had 10 questions, so halfway through means we start on number 6 today. Oh, I hope this one is not true, because it's so sad. Touching a baby bird causes its mother to abandon it. So if you find a little nest with deep, 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 deep little baby birds and you touch one, mother bird will come back, smell your dirty human fingers, and then be like, no, I don't like that baby. I'll leave it to die. It's not mine anymore. I don't want that to be true. And good news, it's false. It's not true. A mother bird often won't even notice when a human has touched her young. If she sees you there, she'll be worried. Birds don't smell super well, I
don't think so, not particularly. But I feel like this is something that like parents and grandparents tell their kids just because, one, I know that birds carry a lot of diseases, so it's not actually a good thing to be touching birds anyway, but also probably just, if you're a parent, you probably just want your kid to leave the bird alone.
Sure, and
don't touch it.
Have you seen a baby bird? They can be like tiny and pink with little blue eyes, and they're so delicate. You wouldn't want to touch one. You could damage it. So I think it's just a good idea. Leave them alone, but it won't mean.
But the one thing yes, mostly leave them alone. Right. But one thing that is kind of nice about this, it means if you see a baby bird that's fallen out of the nest,
fall out.
Yeah, you could actually get something or pick it up and put it back and then leave, and you won't
damage
their. Yeah, you won't be worried that the mom won't come back.
Right.
So that's one thing that is good about this fact.
That's a good point. So don't touch them, but if you do see one in trouble, you can touch it and it won't be a big problem.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Then wash your hands, true. Yes.
And then we have number 7. So we have a goldfish's memory lasts for only 3 seconds.
False, false, false.
Correct. It is false.
Yes.
Goldfish can remember for a lot longer than 3 seconds, as evidenced by the fact that some can remember when feeding time is.
Ooh, that's true. A lot of animals have that. So we call it a body clock.
Yeah.
Right? They don't need to tell the time. They can just know from the light and the day. And it's true. They'll remember that from one day to another. I saw a show and they taught the goldfish how to swim through like a maze to find the food, and they remembered it like days later. So there you go. Evidence that this is false.
Yes, and so then we had this word evidence in our sentence. Now, a lot of times we have this word evidence as a noun to say like this is evidence, this is something like proof that this is true. But in this case, we're using it as a verb. So when we use it as a verb, we're saying that this is proven by something else. And so in our example sentence, we have rabbits live in this forest as evidenced by the tracks in the snow. So meaning that the fact that that rabbits live in the forest has been proven by, it is proved by the fact that there are tracks in the snow. So we can use it just a similar way as saying proven by something else.
They know the bad guy stole the money as evidenced by his fingerprints on the bank or in the bank or something. Okay, that's proven, it's proof. That is what you need to show that something is true. Number 8, okay, I don't even know where to start with this one. Squirrels and mice can't vomit. So squirrels, mice are basically, or squirrels are basically mice with a cute tail. Right?
Kinda, yeah, actually.
Rats are kind of in the middle there too as well, right? Squirrels we often see in the park, mice you might see in a kitchen, maybe not such a good place. But here's the question, they can't throw up. So if they eat a lot of bad food or if they get the flu or whatever, they're not gonna throw up just because they can't. Is this true or false? It's true.
Yeah, this would never even be on my radar of questions to even think about asking.
And
can
how do they
throw
test
up?
this?
Who knows?
How much bad food do you have to give a mouse until you go, no, it can't throw up. It didn't eat my cooking. And it did eat my cooking and it felt fine. It can't throw up. That's what the article says, squirrels, mice, rats, and other rodents. So that would include rabbits, beavers, all sorts of stuff. They are incapable of throwing up. I like this part. Now it makes sense. This is one of the reasons why rat poison works so effectively, since rats can't vomit to get the poison out of their systems. If you've ever had some bad food or something like that, right, your stomach will go, whoa, this is not good, this is making me sick, and you will throw up, even if you don't want to. Rats, mice, rodents are incapable of this, so that's why if we give them poison, they can't get it out of their bodies. Good news for us, bad news for them.
I guess that's probably why we know that, is because of people trying to get rid of rats or things like that in their house. So that's probably why we've learned this fact.
Okay, that's a good point. And I guess also with humans and other things being in the house, if we get some of the poison, we could then vomit and we wouldn't get that sick, hopefully. But rodents, rats, it's bad news. They are incapable. When you are incapable, you are not capable. To be capable means you can do something, right? Incapable, you can't do something. If you lose your keys, you will be incapable of unlocking your door at home tonight by yourself. Here's an example sentence. Many birds are incapable of flight. Penguins, chickens, ostrich, rhea, emus, turkeys, things like that, and of course, people. We are incapable of flight as well. But we are capable of taking a break, so we shall.
Okay.
Let's take a break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要来帮大家解答剩下的5题咯。那第6题，他写说触摸幼鸟会使母鸟遗弃它，这是错的。母鸟通常甚至是不会注意到有人类摸过它的幼鸟哦。那么刚刚 Mike 老师用到 delicate 来形容幼鸟。 delicate。那这个字是描述说是脆弱的啊，或是柔弱的，或是易碎的，它也可以用来形容是精美纤细的。第7题，金鱼的记忆力只能维持3秒钟，这是错的。金鱼的记忆力呢，比3秒长很多啦。那这一点可以从有一些金鱼它可以记得喂食时间的这个事实得到证明。好，那么单字 evidence 在这边当动词表达证明显示。我们文中用到句型 as is evidenced by something， 或者是说 as evidenced by something， 就是指说有什么什么可获得证明。第8题，他说松鼠和老鼠不会呕吐，这是对的。松鼠啊、老鼠和其他啮齿类动物呢都不会呕吐，而老鼠药如此有效的原因之一，就是因为老鼠没办法借由呕吐把毒药从体内排出来。文中用到 rodent 来指啮齿动物。Mike 老师说河狸也是啮齿动物。好，我们学一下 beaver 就是河狸。再看到单字，它用到 incapable 去描述不能的、无法胜任的。那例句写到说，很多鸟类没有飞行能力。老师提到说，这个 ostrich 就是鸵鸟 ，emu 儿苗，还有 rhea 这是来袄，它也是一种不会飞的大型鸟，就类似鸵鸟。那这些鸟类是不会飞的。好，这边3个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 the reason why 主词加动词是表达什么什么的原因、理由。那么 why 在这边是引导关系子句去修饰它的先行词 the reason。这个 why 也可以省略，或者是用 that 来代替。举例来说 ，Do you know the reason why he left his job？ 你知道他离职的原因吗？好，第2个重点是 since 可以当连接词去表达因为、由于或者是既然怎么样，带出说明原因的子句。例如 Since there is no class tomorrow, let's go to the movies。 既然明天没有课，那我们去看电影吧。好，再来看下一个重点是 get something out of one's system。字面意思是把什么什么从体内弄出来。这个 system 在这边是指身体或者是系统，像器官系统。而这个片语呢，还可以表达是宣泄啊、排解，像是你负面的情绪或者是欲望。举例来说 ，Mia was extremely upset, so she went for a run to get it out of her system。米娅非常不开心，所以她去跑步去排解情绪。好，那我们接回到课文中。
9. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. True. Wombats live in very dry areas and can absorb all the moisture from their food. Combined with the shape of wombats' intestines, this ability creates their oddly shaped poop. 10. Dogs see only in black and white. False. Dogs can in fact see in color, but only in shades of yellow and blue. A dog's vision is similar to that of a person with red-green colorblindness. Fact is sometimes stranger than fiction, and the animal kingdom has no lack of peculiarity. So the next time you see your friends, share these facts and stop the chain of misinformation.
Okay, so we are just about done checking to see these facts that we might have heard when we were younger. Are they actually true or false? And so now we're on to number 9.
Yes.
So number 9 is wombat poop is cube-shaped. Now, a lot of these questions are things that you might have heard when you were younger. This one I've never heard about, so I had no idea. You said you knew it, right?
Yeah, we did an article about wombats for this very magazine a couple years ago, and one of the facts there was that their poop is cube-shaped. It's true.
Yeah, and that's what it says. It says true.
It's true.
Wombats live in very dry areas and can absorb all the moisture from their food. Combined with the shape of the wombat's intestines, this ability creates their oddly shaped poop.
Yes, exactly. And the poop won't roll, because if the poop rolls, other animals might smell it and be able to find out where the wombats live. So this keeps them very safe. It's also handy if, like me, you like to play board games at home.
Oh, and
if you have a pet wombat and you lose your dice,
draw some numbers on it.
Yeah, just wait for lunch and then, get the poop and then you're back in the game. No, you wouldn't want to do that. That would be a terrible idea, and it's probably illegal to have your own wombat.
Oh, probably,
at home,
I guess.
Yes.
And then we had this word oddly here because we talked about oddly shaped poop. And so this word oddly is an adverb that means strangely or weirdly. So if something is oddly shaped or oddly designed or something like that, it's not the normal way that it's designed or not the normal way that it's shaped. For example, we have the sentence, this door has an oddly designed handle. So, you know, normal handles are like a circle or maybe the kind of like line one like that you can pull. And so maybe this is some crazy design that's just not that normal. So we have an oddly designed handle.
Okay, it still works, it still makes sense, but it's definitely not something you've seen a lot before. It's definitely unusual. Number 10, last fact, last answer. Here's the question or the fact, remember. Dogs see only in black and white. As I said, for your dog, every day the dog is living in an old movie, an old black and white movie. Is this true or false? It is false. Dogs can in fact see in color, but only in shades of yellow and blue. Oh, okay. So not black and white, but yellow and blue. And actually, we also learned a dog's vision is similar to that of a person with red-green color blindness.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, this is something that people have. It's called being colorblind, and it just means your eyes are designed slightly differently, and you find it hard to see certain colors, especially red and green. So for a person like that, their view of the world would be a lot more blue and yellow, kind of like a dog. But of course, dogs and humans with color blindness can definitely see shades. Now, shades are basically kinds of the same color, a lightness or a darkness to the same kind of color. If you think of the color blue, you might think of light blue, like the color of the sky on a beautiful clear day, or you might think of dark blue, like a business suit or a policeman's uniform. Well, those are all blue, but they're different shades of blue. So we're not talking about blue, red, and green. We're talking about different types of blue from very, very light to very, very dark. Those are different shades. For example, there are 3 shades of red to choose from in this pack of markers. One's almost a pink, one's a very bright red, and one's a very dark red, almost a purple or something like that.
Yes, and so in this part we also talked about the dog's vision. So your vision, this is a noun and it's the ability that you have to see. So it's like, so we have the dogs, their vision is not black and white. It's actually able to see some colors, some blues and some yellows, and also black and white, of course. And so the vision just, it encompasses, or it is this whole idea of how you are able to see, how well you can see. So if you need glasses or contacts, then you might have vision that is not 100% perfect. You might have, perfect it would be what, 20/20?
20/20, yeah.
And so then you might have different ranges of your vision if your vision is not perfect. And our example sentence is, Yvonne's vision has gotten much worse in recent years, which is a very normal thing.
Sure.
As you get older, your eyes change and then your vision tends to decrease. When you were younger, usually you can see better close up and maybe have some trouble far away, and then when you get older, you tend to not be able to see so well up close.
True.
And I know my parents have reading glasses and it's a little bit harder to see.
So they need some help with their vision. Also, your hearing, we might talk about that, your ability to hear, and your hearing can also be not so good as you get older, but you will always be able to see color, many colors, unlike dogs.
Yes.
Only blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes, and so then if we continue on, we have the rest of our article that says, fact is sometimes stranger than fiction.
Square poop.
Yeah, and the animal kingdom has no lack of peculiarity.
Square poop.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
I think so.
I'll say that again. Square poop.
So, and 9 brains. So the next time you see your friends, share these facts and stop the chain of misinformation.
Ooh,
so this is a good thing. It's like, again, now you know the truth to a lot of these things that a lot of people have heard, and now you know what's actually true and what's actually false, and you can help stop the misinformation.
True. You can go on and show off when you're at the zoo next time. Yes. All the facts that you know. So there you go. What do you think, guys? Which fact were you most surprised by? Why was it so surprising?
I think for me, I know I've already said about the bears, but I didn't know that dogs couldn't only see black and white for a very long time. I always thought that they were only seeing in black and white. That's what I'd been told my whole life. And so that was a very surprising thing, that to learn that they could see color, but not actually all the way color, just yellow and blue. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. I'd like to learn a little bit more about that. Like why? Why can't they see other colors? There's lots of fascinating facts about animals out there you can find on the internet and books, at the zoo, science class, or at a museum. Go check it out and learn about it. Amaze your friends, and hey, maybe win a quiz contest someday with all your amazing animal facts. True, false, and yes, stop the misinformation, because we should give more credit to the octopus for having 3 hearts and 9 brains. Good for you, Mr. Octopus. All right, guys, that's all we have, all the time we have for you today, and all the facts we have for you today. So we'll say bye-bye.
Bye.
好，第9题，他说袋熊的便便是立方形的，这是对的哦。袋熊生活在很干燥的地区，可以吸收食物中所有水分，加上它们肠道的形状，那这种能力就创造出形状奇特的便便了。然后第10题，他说狗狗只能看到黑与白，这是错的。狗其实可以看到颜色，但只能看到黄色和蓝色的色调。那狗的视觉呢，就跟患有红绿色色盲的人类似。我们来看单字 oddly。这个副词表示古怪的、奇怪的。那么 shade 可以用来描述色彩的色调啊，浓淡深浅。那它也可以表达阴凉处的意思。再看到 vision 表示视力、视觉。Sam 老师在解释这个单字时说 ，vision 它可能涵盖了这个视觉能力啊、视力程度等等。这时候老师用到 encompass 这个字 ，encompass，encompass 表示包含、涵盖的意思。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
6. Touching a baby bird causes its mother to abandon it. False. A mother bird often won't even notice when a human has touched her young. 7. A goldfish's memory lasts for only 3 seconds. False. Goldfish can remember for a lot longer than 3 seconds, as evidenced by the fact that some can remember when feeding time is. 8. Squirrels and mice can't vomit. True. Squirrels, mice, rats, and other rodents are incapable of throwing up. This is one of the reasons why rat poison works so effectively, since rats can't vomit to get the poison out of their systems. 9. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. True. Wombats live in very dry areas and can absorb all the moisture from their food. Combined with the shape of wombats' intestines, this ability creates their oddly shaped poop. 10. Dogs see only in black and white. False. Dogs can in fact see in color, but only in shades of yellow and blue. A dog's vision is similar to that of a person with red-green colorblindness. Fact is sometimes stranger than fiction, and the animal kingdom has no lack of peculiarity. So the next time you see your friends, share these facts and stop the chain of misinformation.
Hello, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jamie.
Today we're playing Word Drop. We have 3 words or phrases on these cards that we haven't looked at yet, and we need to fit them into a conversation as smoothly as we can. So, Jamie, do you want to start the conversation off?
I guess so.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay. So, recently I have been moving apartments, and there are many, it's exciting to move to a new place. However, it's really annoying to have to carry a bunch of stuff. And I think one thing it's really hard is moving a fridge. I am incapable of moving a fridge by myself.
Yeah, that's tough. Especially if you have a place with stairs like mine. But I like my apartment, and I didn't have any reason to move. But recently I've had to talk to my landlord because I found out that there was a leak in my roof, and when I called him, I said, I can tell there's a leak as evidenced by the water on the floor.
Oh, yeah, that is evidence of a leak. I would say, some people are very good at noticing whenever there's like water stains or other things like, other marks like on their walls and floors and stuff. But I think for me, for some reason, it's very hard for me to notice these things. I don't know if it's just because I'm very unobservant or it's because I have poor vision.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually, I have trouble noticing some things too, especially with the differences between different colors, because I actually have something called red-green color blindness.
Oh.
And it's not that I can't tell the difference between red and green, it's when they're kind of close, like a brownish red or a brownish green. It's sort of, I can't tell the difference between different shades of certain colors.
Oh, I imagine that must be frustrating sometimes. If maybe not, but I would imagine it would be. And I think sometimes when I get frustrated, I like to just, sometimes I just need to like yell really loudly, and just, you have to like take that anger and do something with it. So I think it's good to get the anger out of your system, or get anger out of one's system.
Yeah, that's a good way to yell or something. I try not to yell when I get angry, and I think sometimes when I'm angry, I oddly become quiet.
Oh,
Yes.
that is odd.
Yes, it is, right?
Does the word be quiet?
It was oddly.
Oh, oddly.
See you next time.